right, running the final test on something. Beacon's gone dome. No, not here. No. Nope, that is a Croy stream thing. That is a joke that will stay on Croy stream. I had my fun with Russ's birthday, with the birthday song there. So, yeah. I forgot. Oh, let me test this real quick, just to make sure that message goes. Okay, perfect.
Well, it helps your elocution.
What's up,
if
Oni?
you have balls in your mouth and you
What
talk.
the Oni?
So people hit me up and asked because I was not feeling great the other day. Thank you. I think I was dehydrated. Yeah, chugged like half a gallon of water, took some medicine. I was fine within a couple hours. But I said in all my motion sickness stuff that if you start to feel it coming on, stop. And I started to feel the sweats, and I started getting the blinks, which I do this when I'm starting to get dizzy, like just trying to clear my head or clear my vision. I was like, nope, gotta stop. So I'm good now, and we can move forward. Reminder, well, a couple of reminders. Schedule's gonna be a little bit wonky. Let's start there. This week's streams are gonna be today and tomorrow, and you guys won't see me again until Monday, because from Thursday to Sunday I will be at a gaming convention. I'll be around most of the day on Friday, because unfortunately Friday there's some work stuff going on that I gotta make sure I'm around for. But even then it's only gonna be like half a day. I'm gonna leave for the con at like 1 o'clock. Policy, huh? I don't know if that's something that says. I get tongue-tied very easily. Not sure there. But yeah, so I'll be streaming today and tomorrow, and then Sunday stream will be on Monday, and then we should resume. Actually, won't be normal. Sunday stream will be on Monday, so it'll be Monday, Tuesday, Thursday next week, and I won't be here the following Sunday, the last Sunday in the month, because I'll be in Florida for my youngest niece's high school graduation. Excuse me, and I won't get back from that until Monday afternoon. That's down in Florida, so just bear with me. I'll make sure all this stuff is announced on Discord so you guys know, and it's gonna be a thing. Bear for me, y'all. Finally pulling my alternator. It's gonna be a bitch. Good luck with that. Relax. Why did I say relax? Relax is the one who's helping you with that. Or he gave you some advice on how to do that. Hawks, good luck with that. I've never changed an alternator. I've done, what have I changed? I changed TPM sensors. I can do my own little changes to spark plugs, but I've never changed an alternator or a belt. So knock on wood, hopefully that works out for you and everything goes well. Let me get streamer bot shut down here, and got 2 things to cover here. Then we're gonna hop into the game. I'm gonna start with Steam frame stuff. Why is that registering there? Oh, please. Let me ask, what are you doing? It's picking up lurk bait. That's weird. That's the lurk bait fishing overlay. For some reason it picked up the PNG tuber. That's odd. That's weird. Anyway, all right, so Steam frame stuff, and I'm starting with this because if this discussion ends up dragging into an hour, I won't get to the other stuff, and the other stuff is really secondary. So I want to get to the main topic first. This is Voodoo VR. He is a German virtual reality content creator. He has an English site with 40,000 subs and a German site with 140,000 subs. He released a video a couple days ago that was taken down in a matter of hours, basically saying why he was excited for Steam Frame, with footage of him actually in a Steam Frame. He got it from a developer who had it as a dev kit, and yeah, so because of that, he had not signed an NDA or anything like that from Valve. He just got it from a friend who trusted him, and you know, he made the video because he wasn't under any obligation. Valve reached out to him and asked him to take that video down. Even though from what I got told, I didn't get a chance to watch it myself, but from the people I know who did watch it, they said it was pretty damn positive, super comfortable, etc, things like that. But of course, and I don't blame them for this, but Valve wants to really control the messaging and see stuff come out for content creators when they are ready for it to come out. There have been hands-on events with Valve for content creators to try it, and the ones who were there have been able to openly talk about it. and talk about comfort and things like that. But of course, they can't. There's no footage of them actually having it on until Voodoo put this thing out. And like I said, it was down in a matter of a couple hours. So back hurts. How you not realize he was out in the devs near him? I don't think he thought about that, honestly, or he didn't care. I don't know. I can't speculate on that. But I do know that when Val reached out to ask him to take it down, he took it down immediately. And ever since then, he's been responding to anyone who asked him questions on social media about it with the stuff that he's allowed to say. Valve is not being Nintendo here. What do you mean? How so? I mean, they're not suing, if that's what you're getting at. They didn't unleash the lawyers. They just say, hey, yeah, that dev wasn't supposed to give you that. So if you could take it down, that'd be great. Because I've people for stupid punitive reasons. Sometimes stupid punitive reasons, and sometimes they're justified. Not always stupid though. Not always stupid. So anyway, that happened. And then I can't show this on X because it was already deleted, so I'm just gonna show it on Discord. Shit, hold on. Okay, I guess I need to blow this up. Gamertag posted a post on X that said the following. This was an email that he got from a developer, and most people who are content creators have seen some version of the beginning of this email. Hello, Gamertag VR. Your coverage and appreciation of blank titles makes you a perfect fit for a new initiative that pairs content creators with amazing bundle deals. And we have a plan to align our first VR collection with the release of the Steam Frame next month. Release of the Steam Frame next month in italics. Release of the Steam Frame in italics. He posted this on X and basically said, I'll quote it here, "You're all going to think I'm 100% trolling. I'm absolutely 100% trolling, but this just landed on my doorstep and I had to read it twice. I will not share any more details as it may be a slip up and I don't want anyone getting in trouble, but according to this, Steam Frame is coming next month." Shock face emoji. This was down. He posted this at 5:03 my time, local time, so 2 hours and 12 minutes ago. It was down 8 minutes after he put it up. So again, clearly he was got to. Either that developer or that person who sent in that email said, oh shit, get that off social media, or Valve did. One to two. He hasn't said anything, but it's gone for a reason. So yeah, that's a thing. But this one is the one that stood out to me the most. The Voodoo video was, I like the Steam Frame, I can't wait for you guys to try it. That's perfectly fine. That wasn't super informative to me. This one says Steam Frame is next month, and that's from a developer who I'm sure has most likely spoken to Valve at some point, because I don't think you put that in an email, an official email reach out, unless you have it on pretty good authority that that's happening. So yeah, again, I probably wouldn't have put that out, but I think I feel like I would know that if Valve wanted to, they could find out who I got it from. So I don't say stuff like that. For instance, I knew about hot dogs, horseshoes, and hand grenades almost 3 months ago now, but I didn't say anything because only a handful of people knew about it, and it was going to be very easy to figure out which one of them was linked to me, and then say, oh, well, you're the person who told them. So I, out of respect for Anton Hand and that studio and wanting to make sure that they control the messaging, I didn't say anything until it was actually out and I could talk about it. So cool. She's fucking right. The badly worded. Yeah. Hold on. What's that? What are the Pinkertons, Russ? I'm curious. Like, where's the other coast? Yeah, I'm curious about that one. I am woefully out of touch with everything I'm finding out. So, yeah. So Gamertag's thing is the one I took the most interest in. If that's to be believed, then we would see Steam Frame next month being June. And I think that's a fairly decent release window, assuming that they're gonna be taking pre-orders for shipments later in the month or into the summer. That just feels like a good time for it. So I'm not saying it's true. I'm not saying, I have no knowledge of this whatsoever, because I haven't heard anything about the release date directly from Valve or any other developer. I know people who have dev kits and they're not saying a thing. So yeah, but I think it's a reasonable release given the Steam controller's already out, and we're already seeing leaks about shipments having come in of the Steam machine and the Steam Frame. So it's entirely feasible, and we'll see what happens next month. Aren't the Pinkertons a private investigative group that's been around before Civil War? No idea. I have no idea. So please, someone enlighten me. Unless that was you actually telling me what that was, Arlen. I don't know. So there's your 2 Steam Frame nuggets for the week. And I have minimized how much I've talked about Steam Frame unless someone directly asks me, because I'm just waiting for info for Valve. But I feel like these 2 things were at least worth mentioning. Close that. Close that. Some guy got Magic the Gathering cards early on, accidentally, and Wizard of the Coast sent Pinkertons to his house to replay. Gotcha. Okay. I see. Wow. This is part of why I'll be around on Friday. The Rough Talk VR Gaming Showcase is this Friday, May 22nd, starting at 1 p.m. Eastern. New game reveals, multiplayer announcements, launch dates, Day of Diaries, and new gameplay trailers featuring the likes of Knights of Fiona, Exoshock, Neolithic Dawn, and more. Of course, as I work for a VR news cover site, I need to be around to make sure that stuff is covered. A lot of that stuff I'll have written up ahead of time because I've already gotten a heads up on the good chunk of it. But I just need to be around to make sure stuff goes off without a hitch. And I have to record the Gamecast on Friday, which it doesn't make sense to record that until this airs, so we can actually talk about it straight up. What's up, Scorp? How you doing? Because even though there's a good chance that I'll know pretty much everything that's on the show before it airs, just because of what I do for my job, there's always been surprises. Like I didn't know about the Prison Boss Prohibition rename thing happening until the Creature Feature Showcase aired. That was not in my rundown that went out to the press. So there's always stuff that catches me off guard. So yeah, I want to be around Friday and make sure that we didn't miss anything and make sure everything gets covered. So that's on Friday. Again, I won't be around to do like a live watch because I'll be working that time. I might pull up in the Discord and just do a voice chat and leave it up and screen share for anyone to watch until like hang out, but I won't be able to like live stream it. Eventually, hopefully we get to a point where we can start doing that on Upload VR. That would be amazing. I've already talked to work about that and we'll see what happens. They might have been justified in doing so to reclaim, but the optics of it was terrible. I bet like that's basically being swatted for some Magic the Gathering cards. That's interesting. Pinkertons were hired agitators for capital against unions back in the early 1900s. They would still do shit like that today. Oh, interesting. I might watch screen share depending on the time. Yeah, it's Friday at 1 o'clock, so I will be up at like, I don't think the Rough Talk guys do a pre-show, so I'll probably have it up at like 12:45 just in case there is a pre-show. But yeah, I'll be around to do that. Work depending. Sometimes they do. Okay, I'll ask Damien if they're doing a pre-show or not. The pre-show will be like smaller indie companies, things like that. Or maybe it's just like a promotional piece, so they're not announcing anything new. They just wanted to feature them on the showcase and give them some airtime, some enhanced visibility to a larger audience. So that's what most pre-shows are. There's not a ton of newsworthy stuff in those usually, but they're still worth watching because they can put the game on your radar that you might have forgotten about or just weren't even aware of in the first place because they didn't have the visibility before. So entirely possible. Okay, so that's on Friday. One of the things that we do know, because Rough Talk already announced this, is that one of the new game announcements, possibly the only one, we don't know, is coming from the Binary Mill. They're the developers of Into Black. We streamed a good chunk of that. I streamed a good chunk of that with Faye. I'm pretty sure that was last year before I had to take the internet forced hiatus. Which it's gonna be a thing for that in a second. We're gonna come back to this game in a second. That's the most recent game. Then there's Resist, a high-flying action-adventure shooter, dystopian future something or other. It's a fun game. I wish you could actually go inside the buildings to do some stuff. Like, you could tell they stripped a lot of things out, all the communications through comms with, even though there's voice acting, thankfully. But everything is just swinging around the city, and that's really the crux of the game. And then shooting down different types of drones that are sent to kill you. I had a lot of fun with it. It's about 5 hours long. It's a good game. It's worth picking up definitely now because you could probably find Resist on sale fairly often. I've seen it as low as like $4. Maybe earlier this year too. I just suggest. Oh yes, so it was this year. Resist way better than it got credit for. I agree with that. Into Black too. Into Black also released during, well, not also. Into Black released during the quote Big Four of 2024. It released the same month as Batman Arkham Shadow, within the week of it actually, or like 2 weeks of it. And then right after that, you had like Metro Awakening, The Behemoth, and Alien Rogue Incursion going from like October through December. So a lot of games in that like 3-month period just did not get the visibility they, I think, rightfully should have gotten. And I think that sucks. Into Black is quite a good time. One of the things that they did not do, and we'll talk more about that in a second when we hit another game, is release crossplay. When the game hit other platforms, it was not cross-platform. So PCVR could only play PCVR, PSVR 2 could only play PSVR 2, and Quest could only play with Quest. That was super annoying. And I think that's kind of almost death for a VR multiplayer game, with the market being as small as it is as compared to regular gaming. Z-Train, how you doing? You really should be if you're going to be cross-platform, you got to be cross-play for multiplayer. You got to be. Try to maximize your player base as much as possible. Another game is Rush. This is one of their older ones. This one came out in 2017 for like Vive, and then released 2018 on I'm sorry, it was on Vive ports, I think, in 2017. And then went to actual Steam in 2018. It's a flight suit game. So you put on a flight suit and you fly through like mountains and forests and stuff like that, and racing for leaderboards and things of that nature. I've never actually played this game. I've seen it played a couple dozen times, never actually played it myself. I always remember being in an empty Elven Assassin lobby during an event. Yikes, that's rough. That's rough. Was that game not cross-play though, or cross-platform play? Gun Club. This was actually a remake of, I found out today when I had to correct my article, this is actually a remake of a Gear/Oculus Go game. The original game was Gun Club 3 VR on, I'm sorry, it was a remake of Gun Club 3, but Gun Club existed before this 2018 release. It actually came out on, Gun Club 3 VR was on the Go and the Gear. I want to say one was a mobile game. I can't remember what I wrote down in my notes when I had to go back and correct it. But yeah, this game's been around for quite some time. They've been around for a decade, is what I'm getting at. And then their other game, that's probably my least favorite game they made, is Mini Motor Racing X. It's miniature car racing. This is probably the best representation of it. This screenshot right here, where it's like a 3/4 overhead view and you're driving through courses. Not my favorite game. The controls were a little bit wonky, but in general, this is a developer that I trust to make a quality product. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they announce. Correct, not the time. Gotcha. Okay. So that's one new game announcement we will get on Friday. Steelwool Studios, and I'm gonna end up buying this game, which will surprise some people. Steelwool Studios has announced that they are going to launch Secret of the Mimic, Five Nights at Freddy's Secret of the Mimic for VR on Steam tomorrow at 9 a.m. Pacific. That's noon my time Eastern, 5 p.m. over in the UK. It says we're in the last stretch of testing the PlayStation VR 2 patch that will make the two platforms have parity. The goal is to launch both the PC VR update and the PSVR 2 patch on the same day. Thanks for everyone's patience. This is a game that got delayed a couple of times, and then they got it across the finish line on PSVR 2 and released that one first, and now they're circling back and doing PCVR. They were pretty upfront before. In another response to a developer post, actually, if I can find an upload, I wrote the story. And I don't think I covered this. Here it is. This article basically goes over the fact that Steelwool said that they had to pivot away from Secret of the Mimic initially being a VR release to a flat screen release first, because Five Nights at Freddy's Help Wanted 2 did not sell nearly as well as Five Nights at Freddy's Help Wanted 1. There's a long diatribe here that you can read on the article about basically that Help Wanted 1 came out during the peak of VR's quote mainstream popularity, basically came out during the pandemic. And when Help Wanted 2 came out, things were a lot different now, and it did not sell nearly as well. Even though it had twice the size of the team working on it, because they scaled up after Help Wanted 1 was a hit, and did not meet sales expectations, so they had to pivot and make sure that they could keep the lights on. So with all that said, games coming to VR after they go to flat is not really a new thing at all, so it should hit PC tomorrow. I'm waiting because this has flip-flopped so many times since I've been tracking this. This and another game called The Long Survive, I've written multiple stories on because they keep releasing something and then delaying, and they were sorry, it's not ready yet, we need more polish, and so on and so forth, and that's fine. But I'm waiting for this to actually release, and then I'll put out an article saying it is now available. Because there have been so many times I've put out Releases next week. Wait, not releases next week. Yeah, so we will see if that goes all the way through. I did bookmark this to make sure that I could find it easily tomorrow, and we'll see if it comes out. I am buying this game because I am doing a Scaretober this year. I skipped doing horror streams in October for the last 2 years because I wanted, after playing
Hello.
Thank you for the alert, Miss K.
Hello, Mike. Hello. Hello. Hello.
After playing horror games, like 24 horror games in my first couple of years of streaming, the horror game options available to me were lacking, and the new horror games that came out in the last couple of years, I just didn't find very compelling. But now I've got Made of Skur, I'll have this, Riddlewood Manor, which is a game I never played. So I'm building all these up, and I'll be able to do nothing but horror games all October long. As I think Jada was asking, what will it take to give me the horror game? Just gotta be patient. I mentioned coming back to crossplay, so let's talk about RoboQuest VR. I'm just gonna hit play on this video from, it's on their YouTube channel, but I'm already here, so I'm just gonna play it from here.
Thanks. Hey Guardians, I'm Svetan from Flat VR Studios, here to bring you an update on RoboQuest VR. We've been working towards May 21st for two big things: launching RoboQuest VR on MetaQuest and bringing co-op to the whole RoboQuest VR community. Unfortunately, we won't be ready for May 21st. RoboQuest VR on MetaQuest, along with co-op for MetaQuest, PlayStation VR 2, Steam VR, will now all launch together on July 23rd. We know that this is disappointing. Whether you have wishlisted or pre-ordered on Quest, or you've been waiting to team up in co-op, this is not the news you wanted to hear so close to the original date. We are sorry for the delay. What you're seeing here is the current MetaQuest build in motion. Over the last several weeks, the team has made strong progress across performance, visual clarity, movement, combat, and responsiveness. As we got close to May 21st, it became clear that more time would make a meaningful difference to both the MetaQuest version and the full co-op rollout. RoboQuest VR is a fast physical game. You're aiming, reloading, dodging, moving, reacting, and making decisions constantly. On a standalone headset, all of that needs to feel consistent across the full run. And with co-op, the experience needed to be ready for the whole community, not just part of it. This is where the extra time matters. This is the stage where small details make a big difference. How quickly a weapon responds, how readable the action feels when the screen gets busy, how smooth movement feels during a tough fight, how comfortable the game feels when you're deep into a run and still pushing forward, how awesome it feels to move through a level with another Guardian besides you. Those are the things that the team is focused on now. The goal is simple. When RoboQuest VR launches on MetaQuest and co-op arrives, it should feel fast, responsive, and true to RoboQuest. The new date is July 23rd. We did consider releasing the MetaQuest launch and co-op separately, but RoboQuest VR co-op is meant to bring Guardians together, not to split the community across different dates and platforms. Between now and July 23rd, we'll keep sharing updates from the team, so you can see how everything is coming together. Thank you for your patience and for sticking with us while we get this right. Everyone here at Flat VR Studios wants you to have the best experience possible.
So that's that. It was supposed to launch in 2 days on the 21st, and now we're waiting till July for those who are looking forward to that game. I said we, it's a roguelike. I know I ain't playing that. So, of course, there's always you want to err on the side of caution. You want to, you know, not release something before it's ready. And we've all played games that released before they're ready, and they weren't fully baked, and they're dead in the water. So, don't blame them holding that off. I'm curious, though. I am curious because he addressed it in the video, but just me, not journalist Upload VR Mike, just VR fanatic fan Mike. I am curious why they didn't go ahead and just do co-op between PSVR 2 and PCVR, unless they knew they were gonna have to nerf something for Quest. Maybe that's the problem. Like, if you think back to when Onward first launched on Quest, or something like Population 1 first launched on Quest, if anyone was around for that time. If you weren't, here's a quick backstory. Those are shooters that were on PCVR first before they went to the Quest, because they, I think, predate the Quest 1. So when they got ported to Quest 1, and people were like, holy crap, we need to strip our games down really hard to get them to run on mobile hardware, developers had two choices. They could either make a separate version of the game, which is what Pavlov did. That's how Pavlov's Shack became a thing. Or they strip down the PCVR version to achieve parity requests. When I say strip down, I mean not so much texture quality, it's more like the amount of items that are in the environment. So you remove some of the foliage and like crates and things like that, because the quest can only render so much. And
the award-winning Amelia says, Pavlov Shack sounds like a burger joint.
That scared the piss out of me. Yeah, that scared me. I forgot my point, because now I want a burger. Thanks, Amelia. So you know, you take some of the foliage out, you remove like crates and cars or whatever. You I wasn't looking at the chat when it came in, that's why. You're fine. And most importantly, and this is the thing that really upset a lot of players of those games, is you reduce draw distance. So instead of having those long, incredible like sniper shots that you can make, all of a sudden you're dealing with fog, or in Onward's case you're dealing with dust built up and things like that, and you can only see so far. Pavlov avoided this by releasing Pavlov's Shack and not merging those two versions until Quest 3 came along, and they kept them completely separate. So there was Pavlov for PCVR and PSVR, and those remain what they were. And then there was Pavlov's Shack for Quest, and Blade and Sorcery did the same thing. There was Blade and Sorcery, which was the original PCVR version that they never touched in terms of like downgrades or anything to make it run on standalone for like multiplayer. And then there was Blade and Sorcery Nomad, a completely separate version that existed for Quest, and Quest players could play with Quest players, PCVR and PSVR, PCVR players play with PCVR players. And the assumption here for developers like Friendly Fire with A Long Survive and with Flat to VR with RoboQuest is we really don't want to. Well, Green Hell is different because Green Hell co-op didn't come until like last year. Green Hell VR wasn't intended to have co-op. That was something that was community requested, and then they added that later. So that's kind of a different story there, sort of. So for games like A Long Survive, they basically said, we're not going to launch, because they're on Quest right now, they said, we're not going to launch the PCVR and the PSVR 2 version because we cannot get crossplay to work. They're going to launch on PCVR on the 21st, which is Thursday. They are not ready to launch the PSVR 2 version yet, because they said crossplay is not working for PSVR 2 yet. There are people who, if you ask enough people, there are people that will tell you that getting cross-platform play to work with Sony can sometimes be a bit more difficult than other platforms, so not really surprised by that. But still, they're releasing the PCVR version even though PSVR 2 is not ready, and going ahead and putting co-op out there, whereas Flat to VR is going the other way. So, and there's no right or wrong there. It's just interesting to see how all these different companies kind of balance that whole thing. Like I said, like Green Hell, like Pavlov, like Population 1, onward, so on and so forth. We've seen examples of this over and over and over again, and there's no, it really depends on, you know, where your player numbers are on the platforms you're already on, how much you think cross-platform play is going to help that. In the case of RoboQuest, it doesn't have co-op at all. It's just existed as a single-player roguelite on the two platforms it's on right now. So yeah, without access to any of those numbers to see what any of those games were doing, I would imagine if you looked at the numbers and the number of concurrent players on each platform, it will probably tell the story about why each of those decisions got made. I just find that there's so many different avenues that these developers are all taking, and it's interesting to watch. I've written like 5 articles on this game. Oh God, okay, let's not max that volume out. I've written like 5 articles on this game. I am in the mood for another horde shooter, believe it or not. As much as I've made fun of wave shooters, I actually like massive hordes of things to shoot. I don't like that I can't move. I don't want a kiosk game where I just stand there and shoot at stuff. That's not my favorite thing to do. But my favorite horde shooters, one of my favorite shooters in VR period, is After the Fall. And there's just waves of zombies coming at you. Now, part of that is the aesthetic of the game. I love that 1980s Snowpocalypse Los Angeles look. I think it looks fantastic. This one looks to be more warehouse industrial focus, so maybe not going to be as much of a feast for the eyes. But I am interested in seeing if this one, which claims to have, quote, the biggest hordes in VR, holds up to After the Fall, which I've seen several dozen zombies run at me at once. And curious to see how many they can get on the screen and how that goes. So I'm not reviewing this one. We already have another writer on it. Poor guy has been waiting for like 3 months to do this. And I feel bad for him because he keeps getting delayed and we keep having to put out these stories. He's like, damn it, okay, now I gotta wait again. I am gonna be picking this up when it hits Steam, just to see how it goes. And if I like, I'm probably gonna play. I don't know. Okay, if I bought this, would you guys want to see this on stream? As in, I'm not reviewing this for work, so there's no worry about that. But would you rather I do this first, or just play it offline? They just tell you if it's any good or not. Or would you rather like physically see it, like a demo run? Like I'll give it an hour to justify its existence to me or something. I don't know. That sounds pretentious, but something along those lines, like a trial run. What's his gameplay? Okay. All right, well, I'll grab this, and on Monday we're doing, I can't remember which day I did it, but on Monday and Tuesday next week we're gonna do Deadly Delivery and Ninja Turtles Empire City. I can't remember which day I selected for which, but the lobbies are already full. So on Thursday, next Thursday the 28th, we'll do this, and I'll have a backup game ready to go in case this is not ready for prime time. But yeah, we'll take a look at this for sure. So that's everything I want to chat about, and I got it done in 40 minutes. I'm proud of myself. I think our second VR game cast is up. We covered Polyart Games announcing that Moss is going to flat screen. Whoa, don't know what that was. Sorry about that. Those sinuses. Anyway, we covered Polyarch and Mosk on the flat screen. James and I both played a game called Among Giants.
Drink water, drink water, drink water, bitch.
James and I both played a game called Among Giants that we didn't it wasn't allergies. It wasn't allergies at all. I don't have any kind of like seasonal allergies. I just have a seafood allergy. I definitely didn't have seafood or shellfish. I didn't have shellfish today. Nah, just I'm not gonna explain what it was because it'll gross you guys out, but you can draw your connections from there. So this is our second one. We've been asked multiple times when we're gonna do this live, and trust me, it's coming. James and I said this at the beginning of this second one here, but James and I are still working through getting into a rhythm. I'm very comfortable doing what I'm doing here right now. I've never been very comfortable, or I've not been asked to do something long-term with a partner. I've hosted some podcasts here and there, but never something more than like on a weekly basis. So that is an adjustment for me. Excuse me. And for James doesn't have a lot of on-camera time, period. So he wants to kind of, break himself in slowly, and totally understandable for both of those reasons. We also need to dry run some, because we're going to have a producer for the podcast, someone monitoring our levels, bringing in guests, and, setting up B-roll and stuff like that to do that stuff live, because it is very hard to do that stuff in the moment. So throat is burning. I can't remember the last time, Russ, I came back from a convention and didn't have something. So it's at least some kind of tickle in my throat. Knock on wood, maybe this weekend will be the first time that ever happens. Thank you, Arlen. I appreciate that. So yeah, go check that out. My guess is we are recorded through at least the end of June, because we need to get to the VR showcase, which is in mid-June. It's on June 12th, before we can start doing test runs for producers, things like that, because that's a pretty big project, and we're not a small team. There's 5 of us here on the team. So and since the podcast and getting this podcast live and getting the VR download back off the ground, that's going to be an all hands on deck situation. There's only so many different projects we can juggle. So the main priority right now is the VR game showcase. Excuse me, it's the Upload VR summer showcase, and in June. Then after that, we'll start doing test runs for lives. I know the download, David is starting to gear up to get that back, because he's back full time now after having to deal with some personal issues. And yeah, we're moving in that direction. So just want to make sure that that was known. All right, so that's enough yammering. Here's what we're playing tonight. Meant to play this on, what's today, Tuesday? Meant to play this last stream, and just didn't get to it because that's when motion sickness started to kick in. I have hydrated today. I should be perfectly fine. Irreversible. Where the hell is my phone? Even though we're not doing bingo, I have to do the dang. There we go. Irreversible is an immersive single-player VR narrative-driven adventure featuring branching dialogues, exploration of uncanny desert mysteries, and shooter elements. Communicate via radio with your colleague Anna and face off against the local fauna in your struggle to make your way back home. This has been described by people I know who have played it as what if Firewatch and Into the Radius had a baby. So this means there are gonna be some creepy things that I have to kill. Arlen, this is your kind of game. Yes, this is a PCVR only game. That is correct. It's in early access right now. It's been out since October of last year. Last update was March, a narrative update with some new audio logs. So still being worked on. That's good. I've kind of grown a general aversion to playing early access games because I know I'm not playing a finished product, and it's hard for me to keep that in mind as I run into bugs and things like that, because I'm only human, and when I run into a bug, it just aggravates me. So I'll push through it if need be, but if I know I'm playing something that is not yet the best version of the game or the final realized version of the game, then I have to work extra hard to keep that out of my mind as I play it. So I'll do my best not to run to that stuff here. So if I see like some Z clipping or things like that, I'm just not going to mention it because it's early access. There's going to be some rough spots. It just happens. And I think early access, especially for a single player game, is kind of tricky because it is no, fam, not playing Into the Radius 2. That's not a thing. At best, it might get played for one stream for Horror Month, but I bounce off Into the Radius 1 because I found the non-mission parts very, very dull, and I don't know if that is any different than ITR 2. And yeah, just not a game for me. So, like I said, maybe I'll give it like one run with another person. The first Into the Radius would me out. I'm not surprised at all by that for you, Arlen. Definitely a game that would creep you out for sure. Arlen does not like horror games in the slightest. For those who don't know, he will nope out of those with the swiftness, not even go near it. So, anyway, back to the early access thing. What ends up happening to early access, especially for a game that has like any kind of like excitement around it? Flat Out for Total Insanity VR is a good example of that. Is by the time it hits its 1.0 release, the amount of coverage is going to get is much lower than in early access if there was a lot of excitement around it. Bootstrap Island is another good example of that. That game grew a fairly decent fan base while it was in early access, but a lot of the people who covered it in terms of influencers, content creators, whatever, were all doing it during early access. When the game came out for 1.0, maybe half a dozen people jumped back into it to try it. I played the entire game, surprisingly, for my review for Upload VR, but for the most part, people were just like, yeah, it's out 1.0. Okay, I got this other stuff to do. And sadly, I'm seeing more of that with Into the Radius 2 as well. If you go back and look through like how many creators were covering that when it first came out versus how many covered it when it went 1.0 recently, there's a pretty big disparity between the two. So, and I hate to see that because again, they were playing the incomplete version of the game, or God forbid they played the fucking beta and then bitch about that. It's not a fair way to evaluate a game. So I'm going to keep that in mind. If there's some minor inconveniences or things like that, I'm going to push those out of my mind as I play it and just kind of deem it for the overall experience, because if there's enough bones here that the 1.0 release is, I think, will be really good, then I'll say that. All right, let's get into it. Back in a minute. Oh, I'm gonna need a picture of two people in the Family Fun Park stand here. Down where the hole is.
Come on, Amelia.
Maya, I need you to stick your head through here, please.
Oh, shit.
I'll get a screenshot of it later. I'm just gonna look at it for a second on stream. Perfect. All right. Get Faye in there.
Am I in there? I don't think I am.
You take like one step backwards, you should be fine.
One step backwards.
Yep. And then duck
How's
your
that?
head. And then duck your head just a little bit. Perfect. Hold. Hold. Perfect. Thank you. Because you're gonna have to wire your jaw shut while everything heals, so you won't be able to talk for 2 weeks. And while some people would say that's a good thing, you know, I'm waiting for that joke. I don't want to do
like
that.
Your family wasn't like didn't start a
Carrie,
drive or anything?
whoa, hold on, hold on. Carrie just said a very important message that we need to make sure that is stated out loud. let me straighten up here. Carrie said, not quote, bald men are sexy. Triggers on the first shipment after it actually opens. Gotcha. Okay. Well, thank you for 3 months at a time. I appreciate that too. Really appreciate that. Welcome back for the ads. So yeah, we're gonna pretty much navigate tonight. I've got a bunch of clips lined up. I've got some asset stuff to show you guys. Asset, Unity asset stuff to show you guys. Relax, not a word out of you. I'm looking at you, not a word out of you. I want to make sure I accentuated the T. And
How much only?
all right, I just feel like. Damn it, a mimic! There's a mimic! There's a mimic! There's a mimic! I'm done. Shit.
Please clip that from my chat.
Exclamation point clip, please, in my chat too. Because I need to know what that looked like.
This is a cool cave.
I'm just gonna go around instead of trying to go through the hole. I'm already screwed on this hole anyway. Already get.
They do a
it was
phenomenal job with these.
They really
maps.
did.
So yeah, I looked into this crack here, and I was like, "Oh, what the hell is that?" And that's when I realized that this was like the hole that you fall down.
Has it already been cut?
Where are you doing crack?
Is it...
Right up here.
I'm gonna say something horribly terrible, and just understand I'm making a joke. If Relax and I started a porn together, it would be called Into Black. Okay, that's it. I'm done. Good night, everybody. Y'all have fun. Fantasy tactical game. Claim I like this just because it's dark fantasy. You'll play the role of the head of a mercenary regiment, constantly.
You really need to talk about getting phrasing back in the rotation.
I was waiting for that to come. I'm glad you can't see my face right now because I just realized what I said. Anyway, you will play the role of the head of a mercenary. Oh, hell no. I forgot how creepy this was. Why I gotta be black though? Why it gotta be black though? Why the black gotta be using the
The light is the doorway will seek. What is the black door?
Why it got to be black? Why is black a pejorative term? Oh my God,
it's really annoying. It doesn't happen on every hole, but
this is great.
Happens.
All right, please confirm that you can hear me. You should be able to. There should be no sound yet. One thing I forgot to mention, there's a pinned comment at the top right now saying that the Pixel system is on hold this week as I go through the process of transitioning things away from Stream Elements. For those who do not know, Stream Elements is one of the many chatbots and services that streamers use to do stuff like their overlays and things of that nature. Stream Elements is looking to most likely go under here pretty soon. They're looking for a partner to sell to, or for someone to acquire the company to keep it afloat. There have been rumors about this for quite some time. There were rumors about layoff for quite some time. Now people are starting to post on LinkedIn that they're, leaving the company. So it's a thing. And long overdue for me to make my own store. So you guys remember the old Stream Elements store, which I can show you here now as soon as I get my keyboard up. I probably should have had this up because typing on the keyboard is going to take a minute. There we go. Boom. Here's the old Live Open Mic store, which they changed the layout and that fucked up my header and a bunch of other stuff that I was really annoyed with. But this is where you can spend all your pixels to buy like playthroughs and things like that. I just hit enable all, so some of these are super old. Do not try to redeem these. They will not work. Do not go to this website at all. So I'm transitioning from that one to this one. I got to make a header because right now my logo's there, which is one that I built on my GitHub repository. A lot of people are going to be caught out with stream elements, I think. I think so too, and that is very concerning. So I'm trying to be proactive and get out in front of it and just take care of it now so I don't have to worry about it. But in the course of that, moving all the points over, getting everything set up, making sure all the automatic redeems are happening, that's actually turned on now, and that's part of why I have it on hold, because I took down what your points are in StreamerBot now, and I'm going to go back and compare them at the end of the week to make sure everything accumulated properly. But again, I'm just going to blanket give everyone like 5,000 pixels or 2,000 pixels or something like that next week when I get everything resumed. I have to have this done by pretty much by Thursday because I'll be at con most of the weekend. I won't want to do this when I get home from con every night. That's too bad. I hope their employees land their feet. I hope so too. There's a lot of community managers and a lot of programmers who work there. It's, from what I understand, a fully remote company. I don't think they have an office when I asked around, but there's that. So everything here has a tag. You'll be able to search, like for instance, game or event or bonuses, and be able to find every game that, or every reward that falls under that. None of these commands are going to work either. So again, please do not try to use them. Don't try to be funny. It's just going to annoy me. So don't do that. If you click on one of these, it'll copy the code and you can just redeem it in chat. This does not have a login portal to like log into your Twitch account and then buy stuff straight on the store, because that is a level of programming that is beyond my capacity to do in a week. So it'll just be a site where you can pull it up real quick. There'll be a command in chat to look at it, or with the link. You come here, figure out what you want, copy the code, come back and chat and redeem it. That's going to be the cadence to start when the store rolls out again next month. And if there is enough of an outcry for me to add the functionality to do it straight from the website, then I will start the process of working on that. But frankly, if no one really cares and you're fine, just do it in chat, then I'm fine to just leave it like this. Not you, because a lot of people who are just using stream elements because they're fairly easy, no research option. I bet they're also not keeping an eye on the news. Yeah, for sure. For sure. And that's going to catch them off guard. There are going to be people who, when that news drops, still don't know. And it's just going to be, stuff's just going to disappear from their OBS, or their loyalty system is going to disappear, and they're going to be like, what the heck? So hopefully Stream Elements communicates everything properly. They've been upfront that they're looking for a buyer. So my hope would be similar to what like Rec Room is doing, that they'll give plenty of notice of what changes, if any, happen. But frankly, I don't need to be on 3 different bots. I use the wheel that I use for the pixel wheel is from Streamlabs. I need to get an independent one. There's all the stream element stuff, which is the store, and there's StreamerBot, and keeping all that stuff straight is getting to be a bit of a headache. So I need everything to be in one house anyway, that I have. If I were type A, I would care about this, that I have more control over. Now, you know, I'm not type A, so I don't care about that. I'm playing the music. I'm just testing the haptic vest to make sure it works. And it is. Okay. That works. So, yeah, this will roll out in June. You guys will get your pixel rewards and your wheel spins and everything back next week, barring any unforeseen circumstances. That's that. Now let's play the game. Launch. Future, are you still in chat? I have a question. Ooh. We'll turn on FPS VR so I can see my readings, because I have not even booted this game, so I have no idea what it's going to do performance-wise.
Future on VR says yes.
What are you using for like chat moderation and bots and commands and stuff like that for your streams? I'm curious. I'm just launching Live and FPS VR, so you're not missing anything. And now I got to clean up the desktop because there's shit all over it. All right, someone could put a message in chat just so I know it's feeding. And then we're good to rock. Excuse me, then we're good to rock and roll. And I don't want to start with VR. Not every time. Thank you, Callie. Thank you, Faye. Appreciate you both. Let's do this. I guess I should pull up Steam so you can see what we're playing. That'd probably be nice. There you go. There you go. It's not navigate Steam. You guys don't see it. I'm also told this is a relatively speaking a short game. Somewhere in the 3.5 to 4 hour range. I'm not likely to one-shot it because, you know, I am a spud. I won't say the word. GPU 50%, half of my VRAM, 26% CPU. Okay. I like to look at that before I make decisions on graphics. Difficulty level, we got survival, story, survival or story.
Nightbot and Twitch currently with the option to add Seribot.
Does Seribot have YouTube integration? I've never actually known that. Vignette disabled. I'm just looking left and right just to... Just a couple things. Okay. Are there graphic options? We're standing. Hold on. Let me stand up straight. Okay.
For moderation.
Moderation. Gotcha. Okay. All right. Hello, stranger. We're excited to offer you access to the early access version of our game. In the future, you can expect new story content. Improved interactions and much more. If you encounter any bugs or issues, you can send us a report on our Discord channel or yada yada yada. Okay. For Pico headsets, we recommend using virtual desktop. English, people. English. My goodness. Okay. Are there graphic settings? There are. All right. 100. Graphic setting. We don't go higher than high. Okay. So we've got high, medium, and low. Woo! Okay. Yep. High it is. I like to be high. We'll leave all the sound where it is, much to Realm of Russ's chagrin, and we'll see where it's at when the game actually gets going. All right, Arlen. Thanks for hanging out. Streambot surely works in Linux. I have no idea. That is a future question. Future on VR question. Or probably Bampan would know, maybe Dippy would know, but I have no idea about the Linux.
You're all geared up?
I know it works on Mac.
Barely.
September 9th, 1989. 30 years since the global isolation.
I still need to run you through the emergency gear briefing. But first, your quota.
Quota? Are you serious? It's my first day.
I know, but better start now. Otherwise, you'll never hit it by the end of the month. Anyway, this rescue pod's got a ventilation issue. Check the control panel. There should be an error code and a reset instruction. Nothing complicated. Should take a couple of minutes.
Yep, I need some time to figure it out.
Alright, once you're finished, move to the station. Another pod there is acting up too.
Well, StreamerBot lives on your PC, but it does have server capabilities. Critically low air filtration, no signal from okay. So do I turn it to this one? Okay, well, let's try the middle one. That adds in 2 minutes. There we go. Ooh. Press right stick to crouch. Got it. Not crunch, as I said in out of sight VR.
How things looking down there?
Same as before. The line is moving at about 15 inches per second. The evacuation zone down in Georgia.
How about a nice big cup of shut the fuck up? Think before you open your stupid mouth, jackass.
Yeah, I was discharged from the army. Not much jobs left for the little guy once the top brass took over.
So, you've seen the war?
Just a bit. I was in logistics, so mostly behind the lines.
At least you know what hierarchy means. I think we'll get along just fine.
What if I have stamina? Am I still muted? Am I still muted? I'm not still muted. I wonder if I have stamina. Let's run again.
Okay, the door ahead is locked. The last crew left the key in the next compartment.
You mean the one I can see through this window?
Yeah, that's the one. But don't climb in. Use your gloves to pull it over.
Okay, so there's a little like dial here that pops up on my hand. Oh, it snapped back. Okay. There's a little dial here. Look at my right hand. There's a little thing that pops up when I'm aiming at that. That's a nice little graphical touch. Stamina. No, stamina for running in the game. You can turn while running. Thank you, game. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Someone left a tablet on this compartment.
I mean, necessarily.
Go ahead and take it.
Are we even allowed to do that?
Better than letting gear collect dust. Use one of these before?
Nah, they started rolling them out right before I got discharged.
This is the most important piece of your kit. You'll track your current tasks on it. Map should come online soon. And they've promised a fabricator so you can fab whatever gear you need.
Okay.
Every day's great at your tuners.
Alright, enjoy that. We'll be back in a minute. GPU is sitting at 65%, so it's holding nicely. There's a code here. Got the tablet from the right shoulder. Okay. Door code is 3468. Alright. 3, 4, 6, 8. Let's see.
Next up, the emergency supply container.
Okay.
Grab the chem light from it and attach it to your forearm.
Use forearm slots to store useful items. Okay.
Alright, we're all done here.
Great. Now from the upper compartment, grab all the components you find and put them into your backpack.
Items on my back. Okay, there's a little boom sound when I drop stuff in my backpack. Back from left shoulder. Okay, so tablet right shoulder, backpack left shoulder. Slots for usable items. Indicators for craft components, which FPS VR is blocking that.
That's training out of the way. Now I just have to babysit you through your first day and make sure you don't break anything.
Ooh.
Alright, head out. Straight down the hall, then take a right. The next pod's waiting there.
I didn't expect this game to start in space, and I'm kind of digging it. Okay, what we got? It can't grab any of those handles. Okay. That open. That's not touchable. The loop of the music is sticking out. And I'm trying really hard to push it out of my head. But it's like 10 seconds. Something decompression on deck A5. Okay. Grab the radio on the right side of the chest. Press and hold trigger. Hover over the answer.
Hey, Grace, you there? I'm at the airlock, but nothing's happening.
Get your start now.
Yeah, it's working.
Alright. MCC just launched a new cargo hauler, so I'm juggling a few things at once here.
Just crouch.
Alright, I'm done on my end. Dispatch will handle the rest. That pod's got the same issue as the other one. While we wait, I'll check your file. Maybe there's
no signal from duct pressure. No, hey, you should know about this, right? Sure, knock yourself out. Don't you need permission from HR?
Whoa, hold on. Don't you need permission from HR to look at that kind of stuff?
Oh, don't worry. That position's been vacant for a year. So, technically, I am HR right now.
Welcome back from ads.
Special so far.
Exclamation point ad
Boy,
tax,
why is your salary
ADTAX.
almost as high as mine?
Uh-oh.
You signed a 40-year contract and no return trip? Are you out of your mind?
Look, I had my reasons, okay?
What kind of reasons? At this rate, you'll be dead from radiation in 10 years.
What the fuck was that noise?
No idea. Might be the RCS.
Maybe I wasn't supposed to do that.
Again. Stay put. I'm checking it out.
Hey, Grace, do you feel that? Or is it just me? What the fuck is that?
Loading. Ooh, look at that frame spike. Ooh, what is this? Whoa. Okay. That load-in was very odd. I'm not sure if you guys saw that. It's like, it was a flat 2D image right in my face, and then it expanded out to 3D. It would have been a cool effect if I knew it was coming, but it was disorienting AF. The fuck? Okay. Okay. We're good. Everybody calm down. That looks like Godzilla off in the distance. I hope it's just a mountain. That looks like Godzilla to the right there. I don't know what the hell that thing is in front of me. You said stop. Okay, we're gonna stop. We're gonna stop right here. The creepy voice said stop, so we stop right here. All right, guys. So that's Irreversible. I hope you enjoyed it, and we're gonna go play Garden of the Sea. How's that sound? Sound good to everybody? I think we're gonna see if we can play Stardew Valley in
Proper
VR.
chuffed. A old chap.
Chuff for what? Chuff to not play this game anymore and go play something else? Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's see what's back here. Away from the big gigantic creature. Nothing. Awesome. Okay. I can't go up there. Okay, cool. The voices, they're compelling me forward. Seriously, that looks like Godzilla in the water right there. Jesus Christ. Good audio work here. Oh, it's the title screen. Well, I wasn't. Y'all were worried. I wasn't worried. Roll credits. Irreversible by something studio. Thank you for playing. Thank you for making the game. Let's do something else.
What the fuck happened?
Letting the scene load happen because that was a little rough. Okay, frame rate just stabled out. All right. We're in the 30s for a second there, so I was just letting that load. Let's drop down. I'm pretty sure we crashed, my guy. Just a guess. Just a guess. Little bottle? Sure. There's good ambient from the haptic vest too as I walk through here. Just from the roar of the fire, it's making the chest vibe. The ammo. No one told him that they would shoot too.
Damn. I hope that's not the training model. Now I just gotta figure out how to get the fuck out of here.
Okay.
There's no way I'm dying here. There's gotta be something.
Okay.
Maybe I can shoot that chunk of fuselage and make a bridge over that gorge.
That was way too short to go handholdy. Let the player explore. Let the player struggle a bit. That was like 5 seconds from when I got the gun. Use grip to turn on the flashlight. Okay. And we could two-hand. Perfect. Perfect. I'm good. I'm not scared. You're scared. Chat, y'all need to calm down. Because everything's fine.
There's no other way. Guess I'm climbing.
Everything's fine. We're fine. It's VR. It can't hurt me. Okay.
What the hell is that? Hello? Can anyone hear me?
We're gonna make a run for that station. Solar panels are down. Okay. Okay.
Hey, is there anyone around? Huh. Looks like they bailed. Might as well turn up the heat, it's freezing.
Turn on the electricity, okay? Okay, we're good. We're good. Good. Everything's fine.
Even out here, they use these goddamn boxes?
Everything is fine. Okay, this looks like the standard, the puzzle's gonna be standard throughout this game. Up, 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 down. There we go.
Hello? Anyone there?
21,000 times.
Can you hear me?
Yep, loud and clear.
I can't believe there's actually someone out there. Thought I was gonna die in this damn desert.
Keep your sanity from what?
Until the storm passes.
Oh, from the car. Gotcha.
Anyway. Stay the night at the outpost. By the way, how many of you guys out there?
What do you mean by you guys?
Well, you as in the rescue team guys.
Am I the first one to contact you? I don't even know how to say this. I don't know how to say this.
I don't even know how to say this.
Just spit it out.
Just woke up in an escape pod. I was on that station too.
You're kidding. Alright, what's your name?
Name's Robert.
Bob, get some sleep. I need to think.
Okay. Okay, this is our crafting station. Deposit crafting materials into the crafting station. Where's the loader? Insert crafting card with recipe from the tablet. Clear the crafting chamber and secure the station door. Press start to confirm. Okay. There's nothing else for me to do in the day. All right, we'll talk tomorrow, I guess.
All right, we'll talk tomorrow, I guess.
The one. Digging the presentation so far.
Hey, Bob, you there? Are you awake?
Yeah, I'm here. What's up?
Just checking signal. And since you're awake, situation's not great.
Yeah, you're goddamn right it's not great. It's not even a whole weekend and I'm already sick. Anyways, you got some sort of plan?
I do, actually. I found a transmitter in the wreckage, which is powerful enough to call for help.
And what's the catch?
Outpost can't produce enough energy to power it.
So we're stuck here.
Not exactly. After the incident on the space hub, a lot of debris fell from orbit. Maybe we'll find a power source.
Alright, and what do I have to do?
First, authorize a radio key at the outpost. With it, you'll be able to use the outpost's basic functions.
Like what?
Force, genius. The ID is written on a sticker by the terminal.
Got it. Okay, so
Alright, I'm at the terminal. Now what?
Maybe figure it out yourself?
Oh my god, I don't like this woman already.
Yeah, maybe next time.
Alright, step by step. See the 4 buttons under the screen?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Up and down to scroll, right to select, left to go back.
Jesus Christ, who designed this shit?
Focus. Go to security settings, then personnel. Add new. Enter the radio key. It should be on a note somewhere.
There's like 20 notes stuck all around here.
I believe in you.
Add personnel. Radio signature, key registration. Okay, 235469. Okay. Perfect.
Okay, it's done. All set.
All right, head out. I'll fill you in on the way. There's a container nearby. Check it out. Might be something useful inside.
All right. Nothing useful in there. Don't know how I feel about her. What the fuck? Okay, so you know what we're not gonna do? We're not gonna
Anna? What the fuck is this?
That's right, Robert.
I thought this thing wouldn't be out there. Okay, change of plans.
But what is it?
An anomaly. Nothing special, and the whole desert's crawling with them. Wouldn't it be nice to see them before you walk into one? So, your first task is find a detector. I was hauling a bunch of science junk, and some of it still works. Check my old camp to the west. There should be a spare one there.
What's my second task?
No clue yet. So, while you're at it, you're gonna help me with the project. Check out the lab to the east.
Okay. Detector in the west. Lab to the east. I'm thinking we go find a detector first. Okay. We're good. Good. It's a good thing. We're having a good time. We're enjoying ourselves. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. There's nothing to worry about. We're not gonna go in that container because there's probably something creepy in it. Everything's fine. We're gonna turn the flashlight on just in case. That thing looks like it's moving towards me. There's a flashing light right there. That looks like an anomaly. How about we don't? Let's just not move towards me. Okay. Cool. Alright, guys. Great. Let's just keep moving in the direction that we need to go in. That absolutely.
Anna? What the fuck is this?
I thought this thing wouldn't be out there. Okay, change of plans.
But what is it?
An anomaly. Nothing special, and the whole desert's crawling with them.
Nothing special.
Nice to see them before you walk into one. So, your first task is find a detector. I was hauling a bunch of science junk, and some of it still works. Check my old camp to the west. There should be a spare one there.
What's my second task?
No clue yet. So, while you're at it, you're gonna help me with the project. Check out the lab to the east.
Okay, I feel like the lab should be first then, since I just got murderfied going to the west. We're fine. We're fine. The anomaly is not moving towards me this time. So that's good, right? Damn it. Grab the tablet. Okay, okay. Right here, I think. I just heard a sound, so we're not go any further than that. Can I open this thing? It's a solar battery of some sort. Collect data. Oh, continue forward. Okay. And back up. I don't want to go in that shit. Okay, so we're just gonna walk around the perimeter.
I think I'm here.
What do you see?
There's just 3 cameras and some floating junk, just like hovering. Tell me you know what I'm talking about.
Yep, that's it. Just needed to confirm. Last thing I want is you stumbling into some random anomaly.
All right.
How do I confirm? Totally understood. How you doing? How you doing, Awful?
So, what do I do?
It's easy. See that square thing on the stand?
Yeah, I see it.
That handles signal processing for the cameras. Make sure all of them are working. You'll need to flip some switches to do that. Just aim each camera at the center of the anomaly.
And how do I know I did it right?
A blue light will turn on above the monitor. Told you. Easy.
It makes sense so far.
Call me if you run into trouble.
Trouble. Please adjust the cameras, okay? Great. We're good. We're good. Am I just like looking here, or what am I doing? Am I flipping switches? Okay. So we got those turned on. There we go. Oh. Okay, blue. Nice. Take a gun. Sending you all the vibes and good juju, Awful. You got this. I believe in you. Okay. Blue. Probably should have done the furthest one first, because that anomaly is scarily ominous. Feel like there's an anomaly right here. Okay. All blue. There's a watchtower over there. Like a lighthouse. Alright, let's run. 1 in your account. Alright. Ready to print. Cool. Oh! At similar stations, you can find upgraded crafting recipes, okay?
All set.
Just grab the detector, and that's it for today.
It's gonna wear in the spacesuit, too. Okay, that's it for the day, so we're gonna go back. We're gonna go back home. Where it's nice and safe. Nice and safe. We're gonna follow the same path we took to come to here, so we don't run into any anomalies.
So this is the lighthouse you were talking about.
You won't see any others out here, but this isn't a normal desert. At this point, nothing here can surprise me.
How long do you think we're stuck here?
By protocol, we should have been found already. Since we're still here, the rescue has probably turned into a search.
And that means?
They're not looking for survivors anymore.
Oh, damn.
No way.
Look, at least we've got food and water. We'll need to figure out how to power the transmitter.
Alright, and if this doesn't work?
This should work.
Bingo, we can look at doing bingo next week. It just got to a point where there was so much stuff because people were asking me to do all the demos and everything. That segment was taking like an hour and a half, and it just got long in the tooth. And I counted, like I had a max of like 4 people participating. So when I looked at like at participation every week, so it's like I'm not really getting a massive return on this, but we'll do it next week and see how it goes. Okay, now what? Reach Anna's old camp. Well, she said we could be done for the day, I thought. Where are my recipes? I thought there were... There we go. Okay. Pills, multi-action pills that help recover from injuries, prevent pain, infection, and inflammation, and boost the organism's capabilities for regeneration. I can regenerate? Wow. We can make magazines, we can make grenades, and we can make a glow stick. Generate, sustain bright light through a stable chemical reaction. Reliable, weatherproof, and safe to use in low visibility or emergency conditions. Okay. Okay. What else we got? Anomalies. Oh, they described it. That's nice. The name pretty much explains this one. This anomaly changes the force of gravity, in rare cases even reversing it. Gravitational anomalies are stable and do not threat to human life. Been a while since I heard that. If other objects are present within anomaly boundaries, proceed with caution, especially when changing the state of the anomaly. Okay. So I guess we don't get to keep the one. I don't know who any of these people are. Don't have any of their logs anyway. Black hole. Despite its exterior, this anomaly does not exhibit black hole qualities. It has no gravitational force, does not absorb light, and is extremely volatile. Also, it is hard to evaluate the anomaly area of effect. It is recommended to keep the maximum possible distance from any visible parts of the anomaly. This is telling me to go to her old camp, but I got killed. So I guess I have to figure out where these invisible anomalies are and walk away from them. Also, I don't know if I can save. There's no manual save, so I'm hoping that... Oh, okay. Do I not have a glow stick? Should probably have a glow stick. I think I have enough for that. No, I don't. Never mind. Never mind. Okay. Are there materials here that I can put into my backpack? No. Okay. So the stuff that I put in my backpack I think glows. And none of this is glowing when I hover over it. So the interesting thing is that it's telling me, she said that's it for today, go to bed. Whereas the game is not telling me to go to bed. So do I go out into the death zone and get killed by an anomaly again? Unclear. Okay. Alright, well... yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I guess we'll walk around a bit more. And if I start dying, just run backwards. Do not touch. Okay. Won't touch it. There's a crate there. Probably has some supplies. Yeah, I get it awful. No worries. Yeah, but yeah, like if it's, you know, I'm like less than a third of my viewership is like actually taking part in it, then it's one of those, should I keep it going given the amount of time it takes up? That's just my thought process. But we'll give it another run for a few weeks and we'll see how it goes. I will turn demos off, though. I'm not going to do demos anymore, and I'll pull that from the list just to keep the list of games shorter. That will be a compromise I need to make. Okay, so we need to figure out The first anomaly was like over the hill, basically. So maybe walk around this way. Yeah. Yeah, maybe take a scenic route. That way lies darkness. We don't like darkness. Speaking of darkness. Would probably help to know what each of these represents. Like, I guess one's organic, one's mechanical, and one's scrap, but it doesn't say that. That would be a nice little boost to know. Also, we're gonna keep our map out. So we're gonna walk around and then back up and hope that that is a safer route than what I did do. Can any of this be picked up and scrapped? No? Okay. Heard the sound. Heard the sound. See, now it looks so dark going back towards my home. That makes me nervous. There's a glowing light there. What's that? Yeah, like, I swear that anomaly's moving closer to me. No, that's my home. That's my home. Okay. So it's not moving closer to me then. Okay. Also, I have half health. Should probably do something about that. Okay. So I died when I came over the hill. So now let's just walk this way. Kind of hugging the crevice here. Hey, those tendrils. I guess I walked into the tendrils when I walked over the hill and I didn't see them? I don't know. Unclear. Right at the edge of the map here. Oh, that looks like water, and there's still like plenty of crag over there, so it might just be a scale thing. Yeah, that looks like it's coming closer to me. So I think I just walked into that before and wasn't paying attention. How do I get to her lab then? I don't understand. I gotta do this again? No, this is done. Okay. Oh, I was looking at the wrong thing. There's a circled area here, but then there's Anna's lab, which is right there.
So this is the lighthouse you were talking about.
You won't see any others out here, but this isn't a normal desert. At this point, nothing here can surprise me.
How long do you think we're stuck here?
By protocol, we should have been found already. Since we're still here, the rescue has probably turned into a search.
And that means?
They're not looking for survivors anymore.
No way.
Look, at least we've got food and water. We'll need to figure out how to power the transmitter.
Alright, and if this doesn't work?
This should work.
I want to know what happened to the girl I was talking to before. She was nicer. You know, same sass, but nicer. Okay. So clearly there's an anomaly. I don't know why that's on my map then. What? This is confusing. Okay. We're going to walk towards the dotted area and not towards the big honking lighthouse that's telling me to come over. And we're going to hope that we don't get killed randomly here. Maybe that was the game like telling me, hey, dum-dum, you're not supposed to go this way. Maybe that's it. Entirely possible. Okay, we're entering the dotted area now. Everything's Gucci so far. All this looks like it got strewn about too. We just saved, so that's good. That's good.
All right, what am I looking for here?
A red case. Should be sitting on a wooden crate. You can't miss it. Actually, take a look around. Haven't been here in ages. Might have left something useful.
Okay. We'll look around in a bit. I mean, we did find a little bottle there, so... Shit, what'd she say? Find tracks of intruders. Excuse me? Okay, that's... Never mind. Push it out, Mike. It's okay. None of this is glowing when I hover over it, so none of that scrap. That's quite the setup you got here, lady. Why is she not here?
I found the case, but it's empty.
Weird. You sure you checked everything?
There's this natural bridge-looking thing. I haven't gone there yet.
Wait, what natural bridge?
Looks like a rock tipped over, made a path forward.
How the hell did they even manage that?
They?
There are these little pests. Steal anything that's not nailed down, and if they can't eat something, they try to eat you.
They had a fight or something. There's goo everywhere, and it smells like shit.
I'd bet the poor bastard dragged itself back to the nest. Worth checking out.
Not loving this idea too much.
Me
Oh,
either.
Relax. Go down, scare him off, come back. 5-minute job.
Just on the red crate. Yeah, well, it wasn't. Well, it's gone, so. Someone hit the BS sounder, because I don't trust Anna at all. 5-minute job sounds like famous last words. It's my objective now. Follow the tracks. Great. Follow the creature that just scavenged everything and probably wants to eat me. This is working out splendidly. I'm so excited to do this. I don't want to go down there. I don't want to go down there. Okay, looks like I can climb back up. Nope, I can't climb back up. Well. Alright. Did that not trigger? Did you guys hear that?
What the fuck are these things anyways? Because if this goo was blood, there is way too much of it.
Some kind of bugs.
Do they at least look like bugs?
Sorta, just bigger.
How much bigger?
You'll see soon enough.
I don't like her at all. I don't like this woman. I want the old woman back. She was nicer. And she was actually forthcoming with info. Anything else in there? Nothing else in there. Nothing here. Anything else? Wondering if I did the right thing. Okay. Put that on my to-do list, please. I hear something. Just heard a hiss. Thank you. Just heard a hiss. Fuck me. Okay, it's not around that corner. Okay. It ate something, because Jesus. Hell no. Hell no. Vic's bullshit sound there, even though it's very accurate, it's still funny to read. Yep. Still hear hissing. I don't want to do this.
Anna? Are we even talking about the same creatures? This one's the size of a fucking dog.
Hey, Bob, be careful.
Oh shit, that's just perfect.
What did we just see? I didn't see shit. I'm not happy about this. I'm not happy about this. Okay. There's a chance we don't finish this game. I was not in the mood for creepifying. Just like bugs, but bigger, she said. You'll soon find out, she said. Fucking dark in here. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, okay.
Faye says, 5-minute job, she said.
Yeah. In and out 5-minute job, she said. Just like bugs, but bigger. She's so chipper about it, too. Let's just drink a little mint tea to calm my nerves. It's fine. Everything's fine. Okay, and... Y'all really want me to do this? Like, I can't see shit. Y'all, hold on. Pause. Hold on. Can we run a poll? Somebody run a poll. Should Mike do this? I'll wait. And I'll get some water. Drink some tea. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll drink tea. I am legit shook right now. Shook it. But Mitchin, I'm a fraidy cat. Thank you for the poll. We'll see what comes back. We'll see what comes back, because you know, it's can't see the poll result without pausing the game. Actually, yes, I can. I got tab out. Oh wow, it's 100%. You really don't like me, do you? You really don't like me. Okay. Anyone gonna vote no? Anyone? Anybody want to put in no vote just so I can feel like someone has my best interest at heart? I have a heart condition, y'all. I get heart palpitations. Wow. A unanimous yes. Okay.
Nope. Shake a leg, Mike.
Thanks, Faye. Okay. Can y'all see okay? Because I can stop and like turn the brightness up. Matter of fact, let's check the brightness settings of the game. Let's make sure the brightness is turned all the way up. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that first. Fuck, there's no brightness setting. Why are there no brightness settings? Doesn't make any sense.
The stabby one says, I think you're stalling.
I'm not stalling. I was checking the brightness settings. I'll make sure that you guys have a good experience. Can you see right now?
Faye says, can see fine.
Okay, great. I just wanted to make sure.
Oh, I got a bad feeling about this.
Me and you too. Me and you both, buddy. Right there with you. Right there with you. Bullshit. Bullshit. Derivative. Okay. There's something right there. See it? Got it? It ate a person. I bet that's Anna. Fuck me. Okay. Don't know how many guns are in my... Don't want to reload right now, because I don't know if I lose the bullets. If I reload, and ammo is going to be in short supply, I shoot like a clay. And I don't want to die, because I'm out of bullets. Okay. Anna, who's this?
I need to say this out loud before I lose it completely. They told us it was routine recon.
Uh-huh.
Check the area, head back. A formality.
Mm-hmm.
That's the word they used, formality. This stopped being a formality a long time ago. Whatever this is way past anything we were supposed to be doing.
Mm-hmm.
Way past any line. I wasn't supposed to be here.
Nope.
My contract says inventory, paperwork, serial numbers, and a tablet. That's it. That's what I signed. Not this. There's a man in front of me. Met a couple hours ago.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't catch his name. I had to ask. He was talking about rotation.
Okay.
Making jokes.
Mm-hmm.
And I kept thinking I'd just ask later, and now it happened fast. I don't fully understand what happened. There was a noise, some kind of pressure, and then he was just... He looks wrong.
Wrong, okay.
The way he is, it shouldn't look like that. People shouldn't look like that. I keep thinking about special contract conditions. That phrase they repeat. The tiny print. Nobody reads. I signed something and I still don't know what I agreed to.
Death, clearly.
I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to survive. That's first. Everything else comes after.
Good plan.
And I'm collecting everything. Every file, every name, every piece of paper I can get my hands on. All of it. If I make it out... When I make it out, they're not walking away clean. None of them.
Cool.
Okay. End of recording.
Great. Great. So, old Simon here thought he survived, and he didn't. How's that bold for my chances, huh? Chat, are you happy? Skeleton Bone Boy is back there is dead, and y'all want me to keep pressing on? Like ain't nothing wrong?
I'm happy. Aren't you happy?
Go to hell, Faye. Go to hell. Okay, no, that's eligible. You know what, Faye? I will gift you a computer so you can play this. How about that? Would that make you happy? So you can play this yourself? I'll send you my computer. I have the guts of an old computer. I haven't sold off on my old stuff yet. I haven't gotten around to that. So I'll be happy to send you this GPU and everything. Oh, God. Shit.
That would make me very happy.
Shit. Lost too much health there. Lost too much health there. Okay. Okay. much health.
Doing a fine job of dodging.
Okay, I mean, I got hit and I was thumping, so not really. Son of a bitch. I hope this game doesn't ramp. I talk all the time about wishing that games ramped. I hope this game doesn't ramp. I hope these small creatures are the only things I encounter. That would be my ideal. Okay. We're at the bottom of the hole I could look down earlier. More dead people. Great. I'm Haley Joel Osment. I'm seeing them all the time. That doesn't look foreboding at all. You know, big green area. Oh, how do I know how much ammo I have? That's another question I have. Okay, that was the first ledger from that guy. There's no way to tell how much ammo I have, and I don't particularly care for that. Okay, there's a light indicator down here. Okay, cool. Alright. Looking around for little creatures. You like things but bigger.
Hey Anna, I got the detector. Now what? Alright, looks like there's a path ahead. I'll find my way out.
Path ahead, great, okay. Climb out from the cave. Great. Great. Fantastic. Okay. Guys, I'm legitimately creeped out right now. Pick up the detector to see the anomalies. What detector? What detector? Oh. That's shit.
The one you just picked up.
Jesus. No. No. What the fuck? Nope, they're gonna kill me. They're gonna kill me. They're gonna kill me. We're gonna climb out right here. I need a drink. I need a drink. I need a drink. I need a drink.
You got this.
Okay. Look at this shit. How am I supposed to navigate this? Okay, can't shoot him.
And if you don't got this, that's okay. You get to try again.
I get to try again. Okay, thanks. Don't follow the path of my flashlight. Jesus, there's one right next to me. Jesus. Okay. Follow the path of the flashlight. That will be the plan. Indissalvageable? No? Cool. Great. Okay. On the wall. Okay. Okay. Directly in front of me. So we'll go over here. Jesus H. Christ. got through that. The game should have saved right there. The game should have fucking saved. They got only one clip left. Just not great. I potatoed all those shots earlier. It's really could use. Fuck me. The sound design is stellar in this game. I will gladly admit that. It's really good. I am creeped the fuck out.
Oh, what the fuck is that? Fucking smells horrible.
Oh my god, yes. Yes, Daddy. Okay. Okay. Okay, we're good. We're good. Everyone chill. Okay, can't go through there. There's no ammo count or anything on this, so I'm kind of flying blind here. No, it's dynamite. That's not. Okay. So I'm guessing when the Geiger counter goes off, that's when I have to break this thing out. Fuck me, man. It is dark. Can y'all see how dark it... Can y'all see how dark it is? It's kind of a dumb statement, but... Fuck, man.
We see, don't worry.
Okay. Can y'all see the piss running down my leg right now? I just want to make sure it's a good viewing experience for all of you. So I care about all of you and how much you enjoy watching me play video games. I feel like you would enjoy watching me play a less intense game, maybe? Like something where like After the Fall, where I'm armed to the teeth.
No, but your camera doesn't go that low.
Okay, well, just know that all the hydration I've done since stream started. Shit. Little fucker's fast too. Fuck you. Down to one clip again. Oh, thank God there's an ad coming. At least they kind of let you know they're coming. That little sound. That's nice. Okay. That's good.
The stabby one says, so much complaining.
You would be... Fuck do I get out of here? Top of all this fucking maze too?
And you think you're going to do Spooktober?
No, I'm not. It's canceled as of right now. The thing is with like Five Nights at Freddy's, I kind of know, you know? Like I know what I'm getting into. I wasn't expecting this from this game. Shit!
Faye says, it's only one little enemy at a time. ITR2 can have several coming at you at once. Make enough noise and you can have over half dozen.
Took a hit. We're okay. We're okay. I am down to my last clip though. Or mag. What the fuck you call it. I don't know about ammo. But looks like all this just wrapped around. Okay. No, Faye, you're going to be exceptional at this game when you play it then. So I took that. You're going to be great at this. And I can't wait for you to play it. Matter of fact, let's back up a hair.
Every day's great and you're too nice.
Okay, so I'd love to play it. I'd love to see you play it. I'll send you a PC. Okay, so you do lose bullets if you reload. Good to know. I just wasted some bullets. I think this is the right way. This doesn't look like anything I've walked towards before. Okay, there's an opening. We love an opening. There's probably creepy crawlers in there. By the way, Faye just jinxed me. I bet there's like 40 of them in here. An endless wave of little bastards. Don't see anything on the walls. That's nice. Okay. So, tomorrow we're playing something else. See, in October, I have to steel myself for this. And I can, you know, day one buy if they drop it on Quest. Okay. Okay. Looks like that's our climb. Well, the ropes are down here, so it's not great. But we climb. Okay, so things to note. When you reload, you lose what was left in your mag before. So there is a element of trying to let your ammo completely run out before you start shooting. We saved though?
Bob, you there? Come in.
Yeah, I'm here.
You okay?
I'm okay. Fuck no, I'm not okay.
Fuck no, I'm not okay. Who the fuck said this was a 5-minute job? Those things nearly ate me alive.
How was I supposed to know? I can't predict the future.
I don't like her.
Are you fucking kidding me? This is your response? And the smell. Fuck me. How am I supposed to trust you if you're already hiding things on day one?
At least you got the detector.
Oh my god. Okay, and there's an anomaly. Right there in front of me. Alright. Welcome back from the ass chat. I made it through the cave, and now I'm in Geiger counter territory. Yeah, what the fuck am I supposed to do here? Walk straight through there? Or is there a path over here? There is no path over here. Okay. I saved here, so that's good. Can't walk through there.
Walk very carefully.
You're saying I should walk this way? talk this way, walk this way, talk this way. Just give me your kids. I don't want to fucking die. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay, nothing there. That's all anomaly next to me. Stay on flashlight. It's a really nice mechanic, I must say. This is pretty cool. Good tension here. I can't imagine how long they spent beta testing all these potential paths just to make sure they were wide enough for a character to walk through, for a player to walk through. Walking over the rocks is not fun. But the rocks are all clear here. Okay, how do I get through? How do I win, chat? Okay, over here. Turn. Can you see the camcorder okay, by the way?
See, fine.
Okay. Try to make sure I keep it in frame. Good. They were Gucci. Gucci. Okay. Made it.
All done.
Great. Head back to the outpost. We need to check everything after the storm.
Okay. Okay. All right. And now hopefully we can go to that clearing area over there. Next mission. Hate the fact that don't really have much ammo. But hopefully we can craft some. Hopefully we got the materials to craft stuff now. There we go. Home. Home sweet bunker. You know what? My bunker in Surviving Mars is better. It had a lot more stuff.
Do you hear that?
Get down, now!
Holy shit, what the fuck was that?
Our delivery. Remember when I said we had to wait for something to fall out of the sky? Well, here it is.
And
there might be something inside that can help us.
And you want me to go check it out?
Exactly. Once it burns out, there won't be much left.
Alright, you got any tips for me?
Just be careful.
That's it?
Hurry up.
Oh my god. I do not like this woman. Check the crash. Okay, so. Alright. So my Geiger kind of goes off. I'm just going to stop walking. Hopefully this thing doesn't have batteries. Oh, Jesus. Okay. I think I know where my destination is. So how did she know something was going to crash there?
So what am I looking for exactly?
Anything useful. Just grab whatever you can.
Fire looks pretty good. It's really good, actually. Dude, there's nothing to grab here. Check the crash site. What am I grabbing? Let's walk around. Aha.
Hey, looks like the fuel cell is still intact.
Bingo. Bring it back to the outpost. There's a thing that kind of looks like a microwave there. Pop it in, and when you're done, let me know.
Okay. Probably can't store this. Too big. Okay, so Faye said this is day 1 for her, which is good because I've already sold her on the game. I don't have to keep playing this. I can just there's no stamina in this game, thank God. I can just move to the next thing. That's phenomenal. I'm excited. I heard Stardew Valley has a VR mod. It's in first person. I might play that. Maybe a little Pocopia. How's that sound? Jesus.
Okay, fuel cell's in place.
And check the fabricator. Any signs of life?
Yeah, humming like crazy, but the rest looks fine.
Congratulations. That's our ticket home.
That's it?
Almost. We still need to tie it into the outpost's power line, and then you just grab the remaining gear for the lighthouse run.
Is that really necessary? We're pretty much finished.
Trust me, better to be prepared out here. For now, let's stress test it. I want to make sure everything works.
Okay.
Got it. Any instructions?
Just make something with it. Look above the fabricator. There should be a manual hanging there. It's simple.
Okay. Insert card. Alright. We're gonna make ammo. We're gonna make ammo. Alright, how much goods do I have? What's the tablet told you how much goods you have? That would be nice. So I don't have to pull the backpack. 5 and 4, so I got enough to make it. Okay. Oh, it's on the machine. Okay, that makes sense.
Well, looks like it's working. Anna, what the fuck was that? This thing almost blew me up.
Damn, I forgot to warn you.
Great. Are we done?
Not yet. Let's run one more check.
You know, it's no good for you if I end up smeared across the outpost.
Relax. These fabricators only do that on first startup.
Fine. What now?
There's a blue crystal on the table. Toss it into the same slot you used for the components. On the board to the left, you'll see more cards. Grab one and repeat the process.
This will get me found in the world to upgrade the pistol. Okay. Wait, do I slot it here? She said put it in some slot. Okay, it'll return. Okay, suppressor, reflex sight. Oh, we're gonna get the reflex sight. Hold on. Laser sight for accuracy. Laser pointer for accuracy. Hip fire. Improves hip fire accuracy, especially while moving. Small red dot makes aiming easier, especially at mid-range. I think I want laser sight. Ammo counter would be nice. I think laser sight is my thing here. Three crystals, okay. Okay. So that put my gun in here.
What is this?
It's a sidearm upgrade. Hard to fab because all of them require a lot of rare earth elements, and those crystals have everything we need. So keep your eyes peeled out there in the desert. I've run into ones like these more than once.
Not bad.
Told you.
Hell yeah.
Anna, I think the fabricator just died.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Fine. You'd have to rewire it anyway to hook it up.
Wait, you're not helping?
I've got my own side to handle. I can talk you through it.
You gotta be kidding. Just tell me what to do. You gotta be kidding.
You gotta be kidding me.
It's 2. When's it coming to Quest? I have no idea. It might not ever. Might not ever leave access. We don't early access. We don't know. All right, chapter 1 done. We're actually gonna stop here. Whoa.
Did you check everything?
You've asked me that 4 times already.
And yet, you keep dodging the question.
I really don't like her. Like at all.
Alright, looks like it actually worked this time. What the fuck was that?
Check the logs on the terminal. Probably just a couple of burned out sensors. The system's freaking out. Try clearing the last few logs.
Are you sure that'll fix it?
Worked for me.
What terminal? Clear logs on the terminal. What terminal? This is our bed with a Bluetooth TV. Oh, this terminal. Okay. Error, electrical system, short circuit detected in module A wiring. Error, fire detection and suppression, electronic control system failure. Lighting system, faulty wiring detected in module B lights. Water recovery system, electronic unit, control unit failure and water purification unit. Power distribution system, unexpected power surge detected in module A. Press 4 to clear the logs.
Whew, that actually worked.
Good. Last thing we need is wasting a whole day on this. Alright, listen. Today's our last prep day, so let's not screw this up. Head north.
And what's up there?
First off, you'll have to crawl through some caves again.
Nope. Okay.
Oh,
we're done for
that's
the
my
night.
favorite thing to do. Great.
I know. But hey, nobody's forcing you.
Well, I
Bullshit.
mean...
Oh, don't start. Anyway, the beacon won't be easy to get. There are anomalies everywhere. First thing on your list, detector module.
What module?
I'll explain when you find it.
Of course. Why not?
Trust the process. Oh, and you'll need some upgrades for your gloves, too.
Any good news over there, or am I just hoping for the best again?
Actually, you got lucky. I know exactly where it is.
In a storage area, there's probably anomalies. All right, we're actually gonna call it here. We're gonna call it here. Pick this up tomorrow. I'll be in a better mindset to play this. But I like what I've played so far in terms of overall production value and everything. There's some little things here and there that aren't great, but it's good. Good. Visually, it's fine. Voice acting is pretty solid. I kind of want to go for this now. It definitely has that walking sim thing where it just like continuously save and keeps it moving. Even the end of the day, it was just like a and then on to the next thing. So it's good. We'll pick this up tomorrow for sure. For now, I believe I just saved. So let's check that real quick. Day 2 at 9:20. Yeah, that was my last save. That's good. Okay, so we can load from there. All right, we will pick this up tomorrow. That sound always makes me nervous. All right, back in a minute. Let me know if that's better. Thank you for the heads up that the frame rate was shit. Damn it! No shit! Way better. Okay. Yep. For some reason, whenever there's a scene load, I have to pause to let the game catch up. Bitches. Ant meat boot. Ant boot. Ant.
I was wondering.
Hey,
I noticed that there was a different, there was a different
my
pumpkin.
loadout is messed up. I only have 2 shields.
Jesus.
Wait, we gotta go back. How do we go back?
Okay. Someone in my channel, exclamation point clip, please. Matter of fact, anyone should do it. Exclamation point clip right now.
We need to preserve this.
Someone's gonna clip that. That's gonna play. Someone's gonna clip that, and then Mr. Caliban or Alpha are gonna give me a shout out, and that's gonna play in a clip on their channel. And I'm gonna have to explain that. Let's just close this. I'm probably
No, absolutely missing the crystal and absolutely getting what everyone's been saying to me forever. I have always understood it. I've just never really been like, you know what?
Oops. How did that get closed? That shouldn't have closed. That was weird. So thus far is well made, at least to a point where I don't know why it didn't. I mean, it's most likely a reach thing. Like, I remember seeing the trailer for it in the showcase and I wishlisted it right away, but I even forgot it came out. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't have much more to say other than it's good so far, and we'll see how the rest of it goes. I was not ready for this creepifying part of it, but I'll be in a more steeled mood tomorrow and I'll be ready to charge to it. So go ahead and shut all this down. No raid tonight. I has an appointment right after this, so it'll be a raid and run. I don't particularly like doing those, so I'm just gonna go ahead and say good night now. So I will see you all tomorrow. Again, tomorrow, no stream on Thursday. I will be at a gaming convention, so I will not be around, but we'll be around tomorrow, and we'll you better eat. But I ate this morning, Russ, so why should I eat again? I mean, this whole like 3 meals a day thing, you know, I think it's kind of like an overdrawn concept. I don't think, like, do you really need 3 meals a day? Is that really necessary? Faye, are 3 meals a day necessary? What do you think? Oh, that? Why are you gonna stab me? We'll poll the people. Why are you gonna stab me? I'm asking a simple question. Do you need 3 meals a day? Someone's gonna vote. Matter of fact, I'm gonna vote no. I don't think 3 meals a day are necessary. I think you get just fine with 1 plus liquid. If I'm drinking tea steadily, you know, so I'll eat. Nice mint tea. There you go. Yeah, someone else voted no. That's what's up. Let's go. Let's get it. Need 2 more to even it out. Need 3 more to overtake it. All right, let me close some of the stuff out while that poll finishes. And then we'll wrap. Yeah, tomorrow 7 o'clock, same time as today. We will play more of that. My muscles are tense. I'm glad it's a short game, so I can probably get through it at a decent clip. Probably 3 streams the way I'm going. Like, I'm gonna handle like 90 minutes of horror games before I gotta stop. This, good God. I would like to know who is in solidarity with me. Feel free to like whisper me on the side if you want to know. Because okay, really, Russ? Really, Russ? You're putting points into that? Just really? Unnecessary. Unnecessary. All right, everybody. I will see you tomorrow night. Everyone take care of yourselves. Be kind to each other. And I will play more of Irreversible tomorrow night. Peace.